術式順天青
Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome to Maximum Output Training. Welcome to Upper Body Hypertrophy Day. So this day we are focused on building muscle. And the reason I put in quotations is if we can build muscle. So we are working and focusing on incline dumbbell press today as usual. And for some reason, the hypertrophy day, I'm getting stronger a little bit faster than my strength day. Just because maybe it's something about my shoulder with flat dumbbell press that kind of like, I don't know, I can't move the weight as much. So maybe I might have to omit flat dumbbell press altogether because my shoulder is taking quite the beating. But I finally went to the doctor yesterday and we are getting an ultrasound on this guy right here, thumbnail. And hopefully I can book that today and hopefully get it, relatively soon, but it's no big deal because I've had this for almost a year. As of end of December, it'll be one complete whole year. And I haven't done anything much really for it besides doing some strengthening exercises, which I think didn't do a whole lot. And some kind of like stretches and then going seeing an osteo. And I just think I need some sort of answer as to what the fuck is happening in my shoulder. And he did all like, I don't want to say a consultation, like a mini assessment. I guess this is the correct word. And he's just like, yeah, I don't think anything is severely wrong with your shoulder, but he told me to rest it for a couple days. If you were here and after I injured my shoulder, I pretty much took like the entire rest of the week off and it did fuck all. So I don't know what's going to happen. He says this might be tendonitis, but we don't know. We don't know. So anyways, back to our regular scheduled programming. We're building muscle today. Incline dumbbell press, 45 pounds, since we are upping it from 5 pounds of last week, which I did 40 pounds for sets of 15. And I'm trying to hit around 15 and then up the weight slowly and then really focus on form and technique. Stretch at the bottom because for some reason, when I stretch at the bottom, it feels nicer on my shoulder. And the next day, I have the like an amazing sore pump from like DOMS right after the workout the next day. So that was a lot of words. I can't fucking talk. I've been up for like a few hours already and it's like 7:20 in the morning. So yeah, dumbbell press, 45 pounds, sets of 10. I'm going to try and gun for 12 and we got a few of those sets today. So let's do this. 10, 11. Holy fuck, that felt good. I got 12 reps in. I started to slow down after around 10, just because I started to feel it a little bit in my shoulder, but not as much as I usually do with dumbbell flat press. So yeah, moving really well. I got a few more sets of those. And yeah, with a more hypertrophy day, I add a little bit more volume on the hypertrophy day, especially for chest. But that's because on the strength day, I took out overhead press and I kind of just dive right into dumbbell press and then kind of go from there. Whereas this day I have 2 chest exercises and then I kind of like, I don't know, adds more volume. Who knows, maybe I'll add barbell bench press of some sort, maybe the arch bar or back to straight bar once I get my shoulder evaluated with the ultrasound. So yeah, I got a few more sets and I'll catch you guys for the next exercise. Incline dumbbell press was fucking moving. Everything moved so well. Shoulder didn't really get pissed off too bad, excuse me. Hit all 4 sets at 12. We're pretty much like, who gives a fuck about the RIR? As long as it moved really well. I was struggling a little bit towards the last 2 reps and I hit my, I was supposed to do 10 reps, but I hit 12 on all 4 sets at 45 pounds with almost little pain in my shoulder. Fucking win. I'll absolutely take it. Then after that, we did some flat dumbbell flies. Those were moving A-okay. Got 14 reps on each. Nice little struggle there. When I do those, my form and technique is getting is improving a lot. And I can feel like my technique is getting way better because I feel it especially towards the end of my set, the technique does start to break down. It doesn't break down towards the beginning. It's more towards the end. So I kind of know that technique is improving. Then we did some JM press. Those were fucking strong. I'm starting to get in my groove of JM press again. And those felt amazing on the triceps. Hit sets of 15 at 65 pounds. I was supposed to hit 13, but I was feeling really fucking good today. Hit 15. And I just finished off with some push downs, 75 pounds for sets of 10, a relatively hard 10, especially after JM press. everything was just moving nicely for the kind of push part of my upper body. So with all that being said, because I'm catching you up because it feels like I haven't hit record in a little bit. Hopefully my mic is on. Yes, sir. We are now hitting our pull muscles, and then I got shoulders and a little bit of biceps left to do. But we're gonna do our next exercise of the video with lat pull downs at 100 pounds for sets of 13, hopefully. And as usual, with this fucking contraption of the lat pulley to the squat rack, it does pendulum. I have to sit down on the ground, and it kind of looks awkward because of how I would normally do lat pull downs. My chest is up a little bit more and back a smidgen, and I can pull down a little bit better. But this one, I'm trying to like not angle my back where it turns into a row, because it kind of like turns into a row with the pulley system and it swings and the length of the cable. So we're doing what we can to hit our lats. Underhand grip, just for the sake I can feel in my lats a little bit better, get some bicep engagement. And yeah, feeling pretty fucking good. Now we hit the pull muscles and see how it goes. 13, 14, 15. Woo! Lat pull downs, feeling strong, 100 pounds. I hit 15 there instead of 13. Things moving strong. I'm kind of surprised that stuff is moving really fucking well today, because I got like no sleep last night. I woke up around 2:30, 3 o'clock, kind of coasted for a little bit there. Went back to bed, woke up around 5, kind of coasted, and kind of said, fuck it. Around 5:30, just got up and started my day. So really surprised. I'll probably die towards the end of the workout and see how it goes. But yeah, lat pull downs moving really well. I worked up to like, I want to say like 105, 115 last time I did lat pull downs. But I don't know, I just couldn't get in the right position, and I felt like I was swinging the movement a lot more. But this time around, I was a little more stable with putting my feet into the rack as best as possible and as hard as possible so I don't move as much. And as you can kind of see towards the end of the movement, which I usually edit the last 3 to 5 reps, I start to kind of swing back a little bit, just because the pendulum does start to swing a lot more. And I'm trying to like adjust my eccentric by slowing it down just a smidgen so it can get back on track by just going straight up and down. But yeah, I got a couple more sets. I got rows after this, and I'll see you guys for the last exercise of the video. Lat pull downs done. Oh man, those felt really fucking good. I felt really strong in them. All 15 reps done, dusted, 100 pounds. Definitely going up next week, just a smidgen, maybe 102.5 to 105. We'll see how I feel. Then I did some medals rows, sets of 12 on each side. I was supposed to do 11, but once again, still feeling strong. They moved really, really well. Hit 12. And then I hit some shoulders, dumbbell rear delt flies, and then chest supported lateral raises. They moved okay. It's just weird with the dumbbell rear flies. It's just like I get in the groove of them, and then all of a sudden it just like starts to die out towards the end of the reps. Like I can feel like I can do more, but my form and technique just kind of die out. So I don't know if it's like I'm exhausted or the muscle fatigue or something like that. It doesn't feel like fatigue. It just feels like, I don't know. It's just like my body just taps out. So it's just really weird. And I was kind of in my flow. I was going to record one of those exercises, like the medals row, but I already did that already. And I was going to do the shoulders, but it's just a little awkward with how to set it up. So I'm saving the dumbest exercise for last. And also I forgot to record. We were doing incline hammer curls. So just basically sitting in a chair, incline, and curling. Not the funnest exercise, but I like to do hammer curls. It's just that when I was doing my hammer curls, I felt like I was cheating them in a way, and it just felt really off, and I felt like I was swinging. So I decided to sit down and do it on an incline, so to prevent momentum and swinging and stuff like that. And it actually feels really, really good. So I was doing 20 pounds for sets of like 12 to 15, upping the reps each week. And I got to 15 or 18 the previous week. So now we had 25 pounds for sets of 10. And seeing how that goes. But for the longest time, I actually couldn't do incline curling of any type, doing regular or hammer, just because it put stress on my shoulder. So we'll see how it goes with the 25 pounds, because 20 pounds moved well, but obviously with more weight does affect the joint or your pain or wherever you got injured. So I just gotta be careful. Sets of 10, incline hammer curls. 7, 8, 9. All right, that's probably like an RIR 4, maybe. We'll just sandbag it for today because it's new weight and I'm just trying to get used to the weight. I probably could have maybe done 2 reps more. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, so I got a few more reps, or a few more sets, sorry. I've been trying to up the volume slowly over time with bicep curls or with bicep training, because I used to do 3 sets on each upper body day, so 6 in total for the week. And for some reason, I felt like I wasn't getting any progress, so I added 1 more set, because even though I was doing like between 12 to 20 reps, no matter the curling exercise, and I decided to emphasize a little bit more strength on the barbell curl for strength day. And then on the hypertrophy day, I just decided to up the reps, but adding a set onto each one. So it'll be 8 sets in total, whereas strength day is like 8 to 12, and then the hypertrophy day is like 12 to 15. It's just how I like to structure it, just for like fatigue management in a sense for myself, just because of how I trained with the conjugate method for powerlifting for so long, where it's like strength to strength, and then dynamic effort work is more hypertrophy, and so you can up the volume that way. It's just how I work. It's nothing to do with like trying to the sole fatigue management of my body. It's just how I structure training. It's just how I like it. Strength to strength, and then hypertrophy is hypertrophy. It's just more of the emphasis. It's just how I structure it for myself. Anyways, so yeah, I got a lot more sets in the bag, and then that's it for the video, and that's it for the session. So comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want some online coaching, there's some stuff in the description below, and we can book a free fitness consultation for 20 minutes, and hopefully I can help you on your fitness journey today. And if you want to follow me on social media, on Instagram and TikTok, it's at MaximumOutput_training. You can also chat to me there. Follow me if you want to. Hopefully I can provide you guys with some content. I upload 2 to 3 times a day, every single day, and hopefully you guys get some entertainment, some education, some laughs, and some value from my content. And until next time, I'll catch you guys next week for a training vlog. Peace!